evening to you. Just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the full view on SABC News. Tonight, behind me, you can see the sun's still up. That is live visuals there of the Johannesburg skyline. And many asking, does South Africa have a bright future after the medium-term budget policy statement announced today? And really, South Africa has so many economic problems because of the COVID-19 crisis. One of them is debt. So we'll be asking various analysts tonight, also speaking to the SARS Commissioner, about whether South Africa is getting this balance right to encourage economic growth, desperately needed after job losses, after COVID-19, after all the ravages, along with restraining debt so we don't land in huge trouble in the future. Lots more coming up. I'm Frances Hurd and I'm with my colleague.
Well, a very good evening to you, Francis, indeed. So the Finance Minister, Tito Mboweni, also saying now's the time to rebuild our economy, rehabilitate public finances and also recover from the devastation caused by COVID-19. So the economy, Francis, now expected to contract by 7.8% this year. And he says the 2021 outlook is looking a bit more uncertain. But still, what we'll also look at tonight, a 10.5 billion cash injection for SAA to what the minister says is to implement its business rescue plan. We'll also zoom in on the presidential elections in the Ivory Coast, expected to be held on the 31st of October. A very good evening to you. I'm Criselda Lewis. Here are your headlines.
Finance Minister Tito Mboweni says the government is starting to run out of options and must act now to avoid a debt crisis in future.
In other news, former Cabinet Minister and ANC MP Bongani Bongo and his brother granted bail in a fraud and corruption case relating to an inflated Mpumalanga land deal.
Athletics will become the latest sport to resume competition when they stage track and field events as from next week after the 7-month COVID-19 enforced suspension of programs. All right, and we bring you a question of the day. Usually tonight we're asking what you think of the medium-term budget policy statement today. Do you agree with government spending priorities? Some of the controversial issues, as Criselda said, the allocation to SAA over and above previous allocations, and also a proposed wage freeze. Will government workers accept that? Send us your comments to #FullView. You can also send us your voice notes or video. Call us on the WhatsApp line 066 479 8056 if you're in South Africa, add a +27 if you're outside of the country. And if you miss anything, go to www.sabcnews.com.